If you've been wanting to start an Etsy shop, but you have absolutely no idea where to begin, this video is for you. I'm going to walk you through the entire process of creating your first digital product and getting it listed on Etsy. We're going to start with opening your shop, come up with a product idea, use AI to help us create the content, design the product in Canva, turn it into a PDF ebook, create professional mockups, figure out what to charge, find keywords for Etsy, and actually upload the listing. So by the end of this video, you'll know exactly what the process looks like from start to finish. And honestly, you do not need to have 50 products before you start. You need one good product and a willingness to learn. The first thing you're going to do is create an Etsy account or log into your existing account and start the process of opening your shop. Etsy will walk you through the basic setup, including your location, currency, payment information, and shop details. Now, one thing I would spend a little bit of time thinking about is your shop name. You want something that's easy to remember, easy to spell, and gives you room to grow. So if you know you want to sell digital products, don't name your shop something so specific that you're stuck selling one exact type of product forever. Maybe you start with ebooks, but later you want to sell templates, planners, or workbooks. You want your name to give you some flexibility, and don't spend 3 weeks trying to come up with the perfect name. Choose something you like, check that it's available, and move on. Once your shop is set up, you want to make it look complete, and you really do not need to overcomplicate this. You can create a simple logo in Canva using your shop name and a couple of fonts. Then you can create a shop banner that tells people what you sell. For example, if you sell digital products for entrepreneurs, your banner could say something like digital tools to help you build your online business. That's it. You do not need an expensive branding package or a complicated logo to start selling on Etsy. Your goal at this point is just to make your shop look clean, trustworthy, and complete. Now let's talk about what you're actually going to sell. Before you open Canva and start designing something random, I want you to answer 3 questions. Who is this product for? What problem does it solve? And what result does that person want? For this example, let's say we're creating an ebook for someone who wants to start selling digital products but has no idea where to begin. The problem is that they're overwhelmed. They don't know what to create, how to create it, how to price it, or how to sell it. So our product could be something like the beginner's guide to selling digital products online. That's much better than just calling it business ebook. The more specific you can be about the problem you're solving, the easier it is to create the product and market it later. Now, I'm going to use AI to help me plan the content. And I want to make something clear here because I see a lot of people using AI to create digital products in a way that results in a really generic product. I would not just tell AI to write me an ebook and then copy and paste the entire thing into Canva. Instead, I would use AI to help me brainstorm and organize the content. For example, I could use a prompt that says, create a beginner-friendly outline for a PDF ebook about how to start selling digital products online. Include choosing a product idea, understanding your target customer, creating the product, designing it in Canva, pricing, marketing, and a launch checklist. Use simple language for someone with no previous experience. Now I have a structure to work from. And this is where I would go through and add my own examples, advice, and experience. Because the difference between a helpful digital product and something that feels like generic AI content is usually the specificity. Don't just say, choose a profitable product. Explain how someone can actually come up with ideas. Give examples, give them a checklist, make it easy for them to take action. Now let's move into Canva. You can search for ebook, guide, or workbook templates. If you're new to design, I definitely recommend starting with a template. You don't need to design every single page from scratch. Find something that has a clean layout and is easy to read. Then you can change the colors, fonts, images, and content to fit your product. One thing I really recommend is not putting huge blocks of text on every single page. Break things up, use headings, use bullet points, use checklists, use examples. You want your customer to feel like they're making progress as they go through the product. The goal is not to create the longest ebook possible. The goal is to create something that is actually useful. Once you're finished designing, you can download your ebook as a PDF. In Canva, click Share, then Download. For a standard digital ebook, PDF standard is usually fine. And before you upload this to Etsy, please check every single page. Look for spelling mistakes. make sure nothing is cut off, make sure the pages are in the right order, and if you have any links inside the PDF, test those too. You do not want someone to buy your product and immediately find a mistake that you could have caught in 2 minutes. Now we need to create the images for our Etsy listing. And this part is really important because people cannot physically hold a digital product. So you need to help them visualize what they're actually buying. Inside Canva, you can search for things like ebook mockup, laptop mockup, tablet mockup, or digital product mockup. You can show your ebook on a laptop or tablet, you can show the cover, you can show a few interior pages, and you can create an image explaining exactly what the buyer receives. For example, 35-page PDF ebook, beginner-friendly instructions, step-by-step guide, and instant digital download. I would also create an image that very clearly says, this is a digital product. No physical item will be shipped, because you want to eliminate as much confusion as possible. Your listing images should answer the customer's questions before they even have to ask. Now let's talk about pricing, because this is something that a lot of new sellers overthink. Don't just price your product based on how long it took you to make. Your customer is not necessarily paying for the number of hours you spent in Canva. They're paying for the solution. If your ebook helps someone save hours of research or gives them a step-by-step process they didn't have before, that has value. But you also want to look at similar products on Etsy. Search for products that are similar in topic, quality, and size. See what kind of price range you're looking at. A short, simple ebook may be priced differently than a huge guide that also includes worksheets, templates, and bonuses. And remember that Etsy fees come out of your sale, so your sale price is not the same as your actual profit. You do not have to be the cheapest product in the search results. Sometimes pricing something extremely low can actually make it look less valuable. Now let's talk about Etsy SEO. The easiest way to think about SEO is this. You want to help Etsy understand exactly what your product is so it can show it to people who are looking for it. And I would not just randomly guess your keywords. Go to Etsy and start searching for products similar to yours. You might start with phrases like digital product ebook, business ebook, digital product guide, or online business guide. As you type, pay attention to the suggestions Etsy gives you. Those can give you ideas about the phrases shoppers are actually searching. You can also look at similar listings and pay attention to the words they use. But don't just copy another seller's entire title. Choose keywords that accurately describe your product. For example, you might use phrases like digital ebook, business ebook, digital products, online business, business guide, and digital product guide. The goal is not just to get clicks. You want the right people clicking. Now let's actually create the listing. Start by uploading your product images. Your first image is probably the most important because it's the one people are going to see while scrolling through search results. So make sure it's immediately obvious what you're selling. Then upload your other mockups and product previews. For your title, clearly describe the product and include your important keywords. For example, digital product ebook, beginner's guide to selling, digital products online, one online business, PDF guide. Then write your description. I would start by explaining who the product is for and what problem it solves. Something like, want to start selling digital products online but don't know where to begin? This beginner-friendly PDF ebook walks you through the process step by step. Then explain exactly what is included. Use bullet points so the customer can quickly scan the information and make it extremely clear that this is a digital product. No physical item will be shipped. The customer will receive a digital file. Now upload the actual PDF file your customer will receive. Make sure it's the final version, and please name the file professionally. So instead of something like ebook final2.pdf, use something like beginner-digital-product-guide.pdf. Before you publish, look at your listing as if you've never seen it before. Do you understand what the product is? Do you know who it's for? Do you know exactly what you receive? And do you know that it's a digital product? If the answer is yes, you're ready to publish. So that's the entire process. Open your Etsy shop. Choose one specific problem to solve. Use AI to help you plan your content. Design your product in Canva. Download it as a PDF. Create professional mockups. Research relevant keywords. Choose a price based on the value and the market. Upload your listing and optimize your SEO, and then publish. You do not need 50 products. You do not need a huge audience, and you do not need to be a professional designer. You need one useful idea and the willingness to start, because your first product doesn't have to be perfect. It just needs to exist. And once you have that first product live, you can learn, improve, and create the next one. If you want to learn more about creating and selling digital products, make sure you subscribe, because I have a lot more tutorials coming on Canva, AI, Etsy, and building an online income with digital products.